Hi friends, welcome to the Plain Fun RC channel. I'm your host Saul. We're here at Joe Nall 2025, celebrating 25 years at the Triple Tree location. It's the 43rd annual Joe Nall, and we are on Vendor Row. We're going to walk around, see what some of the vendors have brought. Now, not all the vendors are here, but most of them are. So we'll be checking back throughout the event, see what great stuff they've brought. So we're just going to walk around casually, see what great things are here. Now, these folks always bring a fantastic trailer. It's their portable hobby shop. So if you're here at the event, you don't have anything, pop on over to these folks over here because they've got everything that you need: glues, screws, servos, all that good stuff. Looks like you redid your trailer this year. Fantastic. All righty. We've got RC fueling systems here. Everything you need for your gas or your jet. Great systems too, really nice. Toledo RC is here, or TJK Connectors is here, and they have got every single type of connector and battery you could ever want, just everything. So if you're coming here looking for batteries, looking for connectors, pop on over here because they've got them of all sizes. Just a great selection. As you can see, I'll walk along here, folks. Tons of everything. Really, 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 really great. If you need to do your shopping for the hobby, Joe Nall is the place to come now. Really is. No need to wait. Just pick it up, buy it, and go. All right, friends, let's keep walking around, see what great stuff we've got here. Over here we've got RC scale engines, all 3D printed.
I'll sell you either a front half with a big hole in it so you can put a clock in the middle.
Really nicely done. Full disclosure, folks, he is printing the radial engines for my B17 that you saw here being built on the channel. But you can see the stunning appearance. Look at this. All 3D print. That whole thing right there, except for the prop, is 3D printed. Isn't that crazy?
Thank you.
He does top quality work.
Yeah, I know.
He's also got some other great stuff back in here as well. And we'll be doing a full interview with him later on so you can get a good perspective of what's available and what he's got to sell. Even got some 3D printed machine guns. Once again, these are not active guns. They're just plastic renditions. And he's really expanded his line too. He's got these great looking superchargers. So if you need a plane like a B-17, it's got a supercharger. He makes those as well. Even the pilots. Look at that. Fantastic. 3D printed. Really nice. Really nice. We'll come back later on. We'll get a full interview with him. And folks, people bring all kinds of stuff. Some of them bring estate sales and set up a little table here on Vendor Row. But one of the nice vendors here, WarbirdPilots.com. They've got a really, really, really great selection of some of the pilots that are there, and you can see them. All shapes, all sizes. Fantastic. All right, folks, let's keep walking around here. One of the vendors that comes here likes to bring some of the smaller items. You know, maybe you're looking for something just to play with or give a gift to somebody, don't want to spend a lot of money, and they've got them here. Small boats, small planes, quadcopters, things of that nature. All right, folks, we're going to head over to the Pilot RC, booth. And folks, I'm going to tell you right now, look at this. Look at that Pitts. Absolutely gorgeous. Folks, that's an ARF right there, 106-inch wingspan. That's what it looks like right out of the box. Just fantastic. Let's dive into this tent. Let's see what fun things they've got in here today. Tons of propellers, as you can see. All kinds of goodies. And you can come here and pick up your kit. No need to wait. They've got all these boxes. Every single one of the boxes you see there are all kits. So if you're looking to get something from Pilot, they've got it here. Just come on down, buy it, and not only can you get the plane, but you can get everything else to go with it. The motor, the radio, the servos, everything. Fantastic. Got a gorgeous, I think it's Viper if I'm correct, Viper jet. Look at that. Beautiful, huge. Look at it. Look how big it is in relation to that gentleman sitting right there. Gives you a pretty good idea just how big it is. They're still unpacking, so we'll get to see more of their airplanes as we go along. And folks, I'm going to come back over here for a moment because they have got a new scheme here for one of their airplanes. Also a Pitts. Look at that. Looks like something you'd see under the Christmas tree. All that red and green. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Just meticulous. All right, folks, let's keep walking around. Got to be honest with you, folks. This year we're seeing a lot more vendors. Really nice, too. Very happy to see that. Balsa USA is back. Always got lots of great stuff here. One of the things that I just absolutely love, if you're a builder like me, this caddy is just fantastic. Holding all your glues, all your screwdrivers, all the holes you can see there. And you've got these great little drawers down here at the bottom as well. Really nice. And they always have lots of other little accoutrements in addition to a great selection of their kits, which you see right over here just to my right. Really nice. And you can see they've got all different kinds of stuff here that they bring to Joe Nall, which is really great. They always have such a fantastic booth. And they bring, like I said, a lot of their kits, which is great. One of the nice things about coming to Nall is that you can buy the kits here. A lot of these vendors, they really take the time to ship them in. And I say, show them the love. Come on by, buy a kit, buy a plane. All right, let's slip over to my right here. Because, folks, I got to tell you right now, we're seeing Boomerang RC jets. And as you know, with EDFs getting better, we have seen a tremendous explosion in the turbine class of jets. And I tell you, I saw this when they were unpacking. Folks, hands down, the absolute best paint scheme. And for those that remember Matt Chapman, during the early 2000s, Matt actually painted his cap 231 in the exact same scheme. And Great Plains put out two versions, a giant scale and a 40 size, if I remember correctly. And I was just ecstatic to see them do that same scheme here in the jet. Just fantastic. Really, just stunning. Kudos to Boomerang RC Jets for taking the chance at a very unique design. And this is appears to be their Atom Jet, is what they're calling this one. Yep, it's the Atom Jet. Let's walk around and see what other good stuff they've got. Great looking F-18 over here they have for sale. Tucano, really nice turboprop. A few more of the Boomerang RC jets here. Let's take a look at those. And there's their Atom Jet right there in a different scheme.
One of the best flying planes here.
Fantastic. And you've got yourself some great F-16s right there. Really neat schemes. I love the I got to be honest, I really love that they're willing to try a different scheme, something out of the norm. And we've got a bunch of different sized Atom Jets too, as you can see. So if you didn't want something quite that big, and then they've got the Viper Jets over there. Looks to be something about a 90 millimeter EDF, but you could easily go ahead and put a small turbine in something like that, judging by its size. Now, folks, I'm going to swing to my left here, and they have what is, without a doubt, one of the largest F-16s I have ever seen. Just massive. Let me zoom back a little bit here. That thing is huge, and you can see it in relation to that table directly behind the vertical stabilizer. Gives you a really good idea just how big the planes are. And we've got a fantastic looking Bulldog back here. I'm assuming that's also from Boomerang RC. Not sure, but nonetheless, still just as nice. All right, folks, let's walk along. See what other good stuff we've got. Now, folks, you know, we have our planes. We take them to the field. We keep them at home. We don't want them damaged. And if you don't want your planes damaged, if you don't want your wings damaged, you want to come over here to Red Baron Hobbies, because they have got every single imaginable wing bag, fuselage bag, prop bag. Heck, I'm sure they got a body bag in here somewhere. You could even store a body if you want to. Fantastic. Great selection. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And they've even got covers, which I think is really important for your canopy, because, folks, as the world gets a little bit hotter, so do our cockpits, and we don't want to melt what's inside our planes. Very good. All right, folks, let's keep walking around. We've got jewelry over here, too. So if you're, maybe, don't forget, Joe Nall always goes on during Mother's Day. So you got to buy your wife something to justify why you came here. You didn't just come here for the planes. You came here for the jewelry. Very good. All right, folks, let's keep walking around, see what fun things we've got here. Savox Servos is here, folks. Savox has some wonderful servos. I tell you, I've used them personally. Very strong, high torque, just a little bit bigger than the average size. And I mean, nowadays with the jets flying faster, everything getting bigger, you need the Savox. But even if you don't have something that big, they do have some of the smaller servos here, and you can't go wrong. Very reliable, folks, and inexpensive too. How you doing, my friend? All righty, have a great day. Folks, we have another gentleman over here. He's here on a regular basis. Dr. Marty's Products. There's the doctor is in, as you can see right there, and he has a plethora of stuff here for your planes, connectors galore. Can't go wrong. Tons of them here. Just a plethora, and it's always such a pleasure. Every single year for as long as I've been coming here, they've always had such great stuff. So if you need connectors of any kind, any size, and Doc, I think sometimes you'll be making a connector, won't you?
Oh, that would be Charlie.
Charlie will be making connectors. There you go. Oh, yep. Okay. Well, nonetheless, they're pre-made, and we even got some composites back here, folks. So if you're looking to get some composites of some kind, they've got some small plates and things of that nature. Over to my right here, we've got plane signs, just some small accoutrements, little things that we always need as builders and pilots. Fantastic. Okay, got distracted. Somebody yelled squirrel, and I looked. All right, let me zoom back a little bit. Have a great Nall, gentlemen. All right, let's see what else we've got. RMRC, they've been here around coming here a number of years. Always have a lot of really great stuff. And they have the Goblin over here, very popular one. FPV, which is really great, small, compact, fast. But you can throw an FPV on there, and it's just really, really nice. And they also have a bunch of their Hangar 9 and E-Flight kits here as well, or ready to fly, ARFs, things of that nature. So they've got some great stuff. All right, my friend, have a good Nall. And finally over here, folks, we have an estate sale going on. You know, we don't live forever, but our RC products do. So sometimes you need to find someone to get rid of them after you're gone. And these folks are doing what they can here. So come on out, show your love to these fine folks here. Buy some stuff, all right? And I'm sure you get some great stuff at some great prices. They've got airplanes. They've got electronics. They've got their own little hobby shop on a 8x4 table, folks. Come on out here and check it on out. Folks, continue our walk around here in Vendor Row. I saw this Riley from a distance, and man, I got to tell you, folks, it is absolutely, positively gorgeous. For those that may not be familiar with the Riley, that wood that you see there on the plane, that is not covering. That is actually wood, and that's how it's finished. So you'll see that big green line back there. The fuselage is fully sheeted from that big green line all the way forward. And everything after that big green line is an open frame, meaning there's no sheeting back there to help reduce the tail weight. But I'm telling you, folks, look at it. It is just stunning. The cowling, it's almost like a turquoise. And as are the wheel pans, just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. And the paint job on the pilot is amazing. I'm guessing you must have done it. Is that correct? There's our painter right there, the pilot painter. Give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Over here to my right, we've got National Balsa. Folks, if you're a builder like me, you need balsa. If you're repairing your plane, you need balsa. So come on out here. They always have a massive selection of balsa, and they bring a lot of the Hostetler kits. And Zeroli, for those that aren't familiar with Hostetler and Zeroli, they're phenomenal designers, and the kits are just fantastic. And finally, folks, there's two things you need to hold your airplane together. It's not just love. It's glue and screws, ladies and gentlemen. And when you come over to Micro Fasteners, they've got the screws. They might even go ahead and give you some free love. I don't know. I'll leave that up to them. But nonetheless, they will sell you the screws to keep your plane together. Folks, continue our walk around of Vendor Row. We've got on the main line Carf models. They've got some fantastic airplanes. They're Dago Red. They're Chipmunk. They're beautiful Corsair, you can see over there, with folding wings. They're MiG. And a beautiful Royal Air Force jet. I think it's the Hawk, if I remember correctly. Over to my left, I've got a fantastic extra. What's so unique about this extra, by the way, folks, let me see if I can show it to you in the cockpit. The servos for all control surfaces are actually driven from the cockpit. So there are no servos on the actual surfaces themselves. They're all in the cockpit, much like a pilot moving a control stick. A couple other aerobatic aircraft here as well, as you can see. And then over here we've got Andreas Getz. Hello, sir. Owner of Carf Models, fantastic creator and designer with a beautiful pink jet. Can't go wrong. Just gorgeous. And over to the left, folks, let's be honest, it's the crown jewel of the Carf model line. Gorgeous Skyhawk, absolutely fantastic. We saw it here last year. It's got two versions. Fully finished, it is $35,000, folks. Fantastic, just gorgeous. We dive into some of the details here in the cockpit. Just fantastic, beautiful in every way. Sukhoi back there. And a couple jet powered gliders, as well as a Viper jet over there in the distance. Just wonderful. And the Diablo. Diablo is fully 3D. We've got it in the smaller version here, which you can see the gentleman's working on. And then just to my right is the larger version. Two of them, as a matter of fact. Just beautiful. This thing will do a full torque roll and flat spins. Just great. All right, folks. See another vendor down here. Let's pop over there and see what they've got. Flex Innovations. Created by the amazing, the incredible Kike Somanzini, who is the godfather of 3D, the creator of 3D flying. And folks, you can see this wonderful line that's here. And the great thing about his planes is that they are electric and in gas as well, which is really nice. Just wonderful. Even a nice little flat foamy is what they sell too. And the Piranha. They've got all kinds of good stuff here. And of course the new updated Ultimate, which is really nice. All right, folks, let me head over here. Oh, I see something in the distance that I think you're all going to love. So hang in there, stay with me. Folks, if you can see it there, that is the brand new Turbine from Horizon Hobby, or Hangar 9. Well, they're both one and the same, really. Good size jet, too. Really good. Fantastic. Very nice. Panel lines are incorporated into the paint job. Just fantastic. And a great looking cockpit, too. Decaled, but nonetheless, still nice. Really great. It'll be awesome to see this fly sometime during the show. Skywagon. Carbon cover there. And of course their MB339. I think it's the Mabachi if I'm correct. Very good. All right, friends. That's it for the vendors for right now. We'll be checking in because they'll be popping in throughout the week. So, more to come.